What is going on, everybody? Man, it is Tuesday. What is freaking going on? Just got done with lunch. It was great. Had some chipotle. All right. Anything kind of going on? Doesn't really look like it. Not in the world of sports. Ooh, Steelers week 3 plan features Fields. Justin Fields is QB1. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Don't care. Dude, they don't have a Michigan doesn't have a QB controversy. They don't have a QB. Their QB is so bad. Both of them. They just don't have a good situation at all.
Ми стоїмо на спинах легенд, які створили перший сталкер.
I will not play that on the stream. I didn't realize we're going to be playing literally Metallica. Tell you what, I'm gonna mute it and play it. How about that? Mostly because, well, I'm not gonna be able to understand what the heck they're saying anyways. Oh man, talk about having to be in Ukraine while you're fighting a war while making a game. That's pretty crazy. It is kind of a tough situation to be in. Subconsciously, we were all ready to die. Ugh, it is brutal. October 3rd. Cool. Cool. Believe Stalker 2 is actually coming out later in the month, I believe. Oh, good grief. Oh, November 20th. So, later in November. Okay. Later in November. To say. It's on Game Pass. What's going on with Game Pass? Let me turn. Actually, let me get this on. Oh, damn, I told Brent to do that. It's alright. Train Sim World 5. Jesus. Oh, shit. I'm kind of looking forward to Aura. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of looking forward to that. On the 24th. That's in a week. Gotta get my download ready. Will Levis did not learn from last week. Falcons wide receiver Ray Mc. What the heck are you wearing, bro? I like how now you look up Game Pass and it's not just Xbox, but it's now also what do you call it? Dating in 2024. Don't do it. Ooh.
As well. Yeah. So I hope this was really worth it to you. You really wasted my time and my energy today.
I hope you have a better day.
Oh, well, I was having a great day until you showed up and decided to waste my time.
Do you mind if I close my door?
I don't mind, ugly fuck.
So, yeah, I'm done.
I like how she insults him and he's like, "Yeah, can I just leave?"
done dating. So last week, I saw this girl on Mutual. That's the Mormon dating app, and I'm on there because, like, you know, I'd like to be with somebody with similar values, and you know, used to be maybe in the church, and so they know where I'm coming from, and I'm very upfront about like that I'm not active and all that. So anyways, I see this girl, very gorgeous. She's got like her business information and her phone numbers on her profile, and she does like teeth whitening and esthetician stuff. So I texted her and I was like, hey, I don't know if you knew, but your phone number's in one of your photos on your dating profile. And then what did I say? I said, maybe it's intentional. I'm very interested in you, so I was thinking if you're game, I could pay you to whiten my teeth, and then if you were attracted to me and we hit it off, I could ask you out on a date. So I sent that on Wednesday. Thursday night, she texts me and she says, I'm getting evicted and I have $2,000 of rent to pay. And she put the dollar sign after, so I'm like, oh, I'm getting scammed. It's a fake profile, you know, that's a red flag. So I like looked her up a little bit, and then I was like, oh no, it's like a legit business. This is her number, and so I just sent her a really nice text, like, you know, I know things are tough for a lot of people right now. I hope things look up for you. Like, if you end up getting evicted, let me know. I'll help you move your stuff out. Didn't hear back from her. And then today, like, right as I was getting off drill, she's like, I charge $199 for teeth whitening. Would you like to do it today? And I was like, oh, I'm about to get off work. That worked for me. So, I texted her. I was just like, oh, I'll be in uniform. Is there a place where I could change clothes? Because I don't really want to do it in my uniform, blah, blah.
Damn, I wanted to hear more about that story, but dude, it's just man, I want to hear more about that. And more about that story because, dude, I want to know about that interaction when obviously he met up with her, and then what led to him getting into his truck or car and trying to leave, and she's like, she calls him ugly or something like that. Whatever she called him. What'd she call him?
So I hope this was really worth it to you. You really wasted my time and my energy today.
I hope you have a better day.
Oh, well, I was having a great day until you showed up and decided to waste my time.
Do you mind if I close my door?
I don't mind, ugly fuck.
Yeah, she calls him ugly. Ugly fuck. And like, dude, I haven't been on a date in years. Mostly because, let's face it, nobody wants to date Gandalf, short-haired Gandalf here. but seriously, like, what? I mean, what's in it for guys? I mean, you know, we try to reach out, be nice, and all that, and we just get blasted. And girls are sluts and disrespectful. Where's the value? Evil. What's evil? What's evil? Yeah. Oh, it's just Hillary. We can go through some of that. Oh my gosh, this poor girl is fighting for her life after an adverse reaction to the DTaP, meningitis, and pneumonia vaccine. Right now, you are not allowed to mention her name on Instagram. How evil. What the fuck, dude? Holy Nikes, my bad. Bro. Dude, that is crazy. Is that I would say like maybe that's marker or something. Like, dude, that damn, dude. Well, what is her name? Mr. Dr. Bentapir. Dude, that is crazy. I don't know what to say about this. Wicked evil people. First off, it doesn't even look like they cut their hand at all. So, whatever they're peddling, I don't give a crap. Alright, anyways. I was just curious what evil was about. So I saw yesterday they had what's it called? Like a Starfield, like a showcase for oh, you know, the Starfield. Starfield, there we go. Holy crabs.
The sand at the edge of the water, and now we have sand fleas. There we go. Here's how you catch some easy bait for fishing. He's going to rake in the sand at the edge of the water, and now we have sand fleas. There we go. Here's how you catch some easy bait for fishing. He's going to rake in the sand at the edge of the water, and now we have sand fleas.
What the?
Here's how you catch some easy.
That's crazy. I'm about to text my cousin that one. I've never seen that before. Nuts. What do we got here? All right, hold on, stop. We'll play these. We'll play these. First vid, Hillary now calling for Trump supporters to be thrown in prison for sharing misinformation. Ooh, sounds like
boosting Trump back in 2016.
Sounds like we're going to be UK style. Let me play this.
But I also think there are boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence, because boosting Trump back in 2016.
He has lost his privileges, and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation, and that has to stop.
Even if we were to have a resounding blue wave come through, as many of us would like, putting it all back together again after we've gone through this MAGA nightmare and re-educating, basically, which that sounds like a rather a re-education camp. I don't think we really want to call it that. I'm sure we can find another way to break.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the first vid was Hillary Clinton now calling for Trump supporters to be thrown in prison for sharing misinformation. Second vid is Kamala Harris saying she will end free speech. Third vid is New York Democrat calling for Trump supporters to be put in re-education camps. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I mean, why not? I mean, y'all are getting away with it in the UK and all that. Say, who are y'all? Well, y'all are the ones that have full alignment with the European Union and all that crap. There you go. They want to take away your Second Amendment, First Amendment, one of the amendments. Jesus. Oh, man. And then telling anybody that doesn't agree with you, hey, you're just peddling misinformation. And then you should be thrown in re-education camps. There you go. That's how it's going to go down. Man, that Second Amendment is looking better and better every day. A man of memes posted, Kamala Harris pledges to release all criminal illegal migrants from detention centers in the United States on day 1 if she's installed into the Oval Office. Her words, not mine.
Day 1.
Hi, my name is Sally Hartman. I'm a volunteer with the Center for Worker Justice.
Okay.
I want to know, when you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day 1. On day 1. And thank you for your...
Hi, my name is Sally Hartman.
There you go. Day 1. Day 1, she's going to allow more people into the communities. Not even legals. Illegal migrants that are in detention centers. Yeah, I wonder how many criminals that's going to be. All right. Oh, did y'all see this? Saw this morning. So, Sean Diddy Combs was arrested last night. I guess it was like later in the day yesterday. Arrested by the FBI for human trafficking. Sean Diddy Combs arrested following raids, human trafficking investigations. There you go. Wow.
On scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. On the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters.
They are heavily armed, and they've been very tactful, would probably be the best word to use, as they made entry into this home, this afternoon. We actually watched them as they made their way through one of these side gates, and as soon as they got inside the home, one of the first things they did was made their way into this garage that you see is open right there. Now, they did take a couple people into custody. We witnessed that. Now, are they under arrest? Are they just being asked about what they know? That I can't answer, but I can tell you there's 3 people right there that were taken into custody, were inside that home at the time of the raid.
We did see a bunch of investigators going in, making the raid in there and clearing that as well. So they're going to do a thorough search as they conduct this raid. And so far, Stu, from what I understand and from Haley on the ground there, they have not seen, and we have not seen from our vantage point, any sign of Sean Combs, the 54-year-old who is believed to be the property owner of this.
Oh yeah, this is Trump signed an executive action order on human trafficking and child exploitation. There you go. Kind of curious what's gonna come of this. I like how people call him the diddler. Sean Diddy Combs has been busted by the FBI for human trafficking investigations. The Diddy party has come to an end. You know what's kind of funny? Not funny, but ironic is I've always kind of wondered where, like, how he was so business savvy. Like, where did he develop his business? Yeah, I know a lot of people were talking about him and Jeffrey Epstein, stuff like that. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy because obviously Sean Diddy Combs is, you know, pretty big in the world of music, not even just rap, but music, hip hop, and all that. But you know, how many people are involved? Obviously, pictured there with Jay-Z, and this is a picture with Hillary Clinton. There's pictures with Trump. So how many people are going to be tied into this? Yeah, there's pictures of with him and Trump. So yeah, there's plenty of people that could be a part of this. Dude, the memes are just crazy, man. Kind of curious. Let me click on Diddy, see if I get more stuff. Today was a bad day for Democrats. The FBI is not in charge of the investigation into the attempted assassination of President Trump in Florida, and they've lost one of their biggest Democratic supporters, Sean Diddy Combs. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, shit. When you're up there, you rub elbows with everybody up there. So I don't give a crap about pictures taken with certain people. But I'll be curious what's going to come out of the investigation. There's no way this picture's real. Yeah, this picture can't be real. His face is way too cleaned up. It's way too clean. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Right, Barack? That's funny. All right. Jimmy Kimmel.
I don't think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Now, if Diddy had tapes, the feds have them. That's a lot of blackmail.
I don't think it's only celebrities going to...
Dude, that is crazy. That's crazy if that's going to be true. It doesn't matter. It'll all be burned up in a box in a fireplace somewhere. Dude, that'd be nuts. It's going to be nuts. What if he's got... Dude, what if Diddy has a tape of Tupac from like a few years ago? It'd be crazy. All right, what's this dude talking? I see it posted.
And remind everyone just how horrible. Well, tonight they arrested P. Diddy. News just broke that they took him into custody in New York City. So I figured now's as good a time as any to shit all over Sean again and remind everyone just how horrible this man is. So if you haven't read the court documents and done any of the other research on this guy, this producer he worked with named Lil Rod brought this lawsuit against him. Rodney Jones v. Sean Combs, alleging RICO allegation, which is like organized crime. And he alleged that a member of this RICO organization was none other than the CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grange. Universal Music Group produced 1/3 of the top 100 songs last year, including Taylor Swift. Quote, while living and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his homes. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs had recordings of defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Haber, as well as other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent, and as in the case with the homosexual sex tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. Upon information and belief, due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable.
Dude, do not put him in that same prison cell that they put Epstein. Holy shit. Oh, this is great. Bring it all down. Just a wrecking ball. Just a wrecking ball. Just take it down like politicians, athletes, business executives, religions. Be hilarious.
Well, the diddler just got touched. But don't worry, I'm not going to drop that spice and then not give you more details. So Diddy was big on recording all kinds of things, and he frequently took this guy's phone from him and recorded things at parties. So this dude wound up with hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity on his own cell phone, including the acquisition, use, distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms, the displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms, Combs providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, the Virgin Islands, and Florida. Yes, those Virgin Islands. Diddy's brother, Christian, drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact.
Remember, this is just what Lil Rod witnessed personally.
Of his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, which is horrendous, and I'm not going to read from it. It's absolutely disgusting. This guy's a piece of shit. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr., yes, that actor, Cuba Gooding Jr., sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. Yes, here are photos of Cuba doing the things. Here's more photos of Cuba Gooding Jr. trying to fuck this guy. Quote, forcibly touching Mr. Jones, fondling Mr. Jones' leg, his upper inner thighs and his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks and his shoulders. Jones rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. Following is a screenshot. Homie witnessed a shooting where either Diddy or his brother shot a dude in the bathroom and then got the cops to just totally not prosecute, not investigate, say it was a drive-by, they drove away. But what Diddy's scheme was all about was getting rappers to do gay stuff on camera, though they did not know it, so that he had blackmail on them so that he could kind of control them and thereby control the whole music industry that he had kind of helped create. And to be fair,
Wow.
I mean, maybe he like saw some signs that maybe it would work, but apparently homie wasn't having it. Sorry, I'm just making jokes. Quote, Mr. Combs, Diddy, went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Diddy, this is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it. Diddy informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. Yes, Diddy's having gay orgies and using it to try to get homie to have more gay orgies, because that's what he's all about. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he did gay stuff. So A, Diddy is claiming that he has the power and leverage to get some random dude to win Producer of the Year at the Grammys, and he's leveraging that to get gay sex and blackmail from that gay sex. Diddy's assistant, defendant Coram, required all employees from the butler, the chef, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana, gummies, Tucci, mixture of ecstasy and cocaine, at all times, so that Diddy could get high anywhere and everywhere. And yes, homeboy has photos of all of it. Diddy maintained this RICO enterprise by using threats of violence, threatening to eat his face, displaying and distributing guns in plaintiff's presence, bragging about having law enforcement under control, bragging about murdering people, and bragging about bribing witnesses and jurors in the criminal case concerning the 1999 New York City nightclub shooting with Shine. Are you getting the picture yet? And it would appear that one of the ways that Diddy had law enforcement under control was through his chief of security, Fahim Muhammad, who the whole staff was allegedly told to contact if anything ever went wrong with police or law enforcement, and he would be the fixer that would make it all disappear. Well, Fahim Muhammad is the former head of security for Michael Jackson. This kid had just graduated college with like a business degree, and he became the head of security for the King of Pop at age 21 or 22. And then, whoopsies, that same year, head of Pop died. This guy was second on the scene. And then his very next job, after failing, was to become the head of Diddy's entire operation. Think about it. The head of security in a blackmail ring needs to know all the dirt, otherwise he's not securing shit. Diddy formed his record label in the first place with a lot of help, basically being selected by Clive Davis, who's got a lot of mob ties and other stuff in his history. But he's been running huge portions of the music industry before we were all born. We're talking back to signing names originally like Janis Joplin, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I say all of that to just show you the scope that this is not just one rapper doing bad things. This is the whole music industry. This is how it runs. Diddy is not an isolated incident. He is the status quo. And chances are he was not the only blackmail ring operating in the music industry. We'll go into that another time. If you want more details about the Michael Jackson rabbit hole, Candace Owens produced one of the best videos I have ever seen about Michael Jackson. It's a work of art. Definitely watch it. I cannot imagine how you would watch that video and not come away realizing that, holy shit, Michael Jackson was framed. All of the charges were bullshit. The FBI investigated him. They found nothing. Everyone close to him said that he never did anything to kids, and the only people that accused him of that clearly were standing to gain things from making false accusations. Go watch the video. Huge props to Lil Rod
Oh,
for having the
shit.
guts to bring the lawsuit that eventually has
check that
now
out.
brought Diddy down, or at least gotten him into behind bars. This dude had every indication that he would get killed for doing that, and certainly that he would get blacklisted from the whole music industry. Props, bro. And thanks to 50 Cent or whoever else helped protect him and bring these charges, whoever else got his back, good job, guys. As for this piece of shit, he's not going to last very long. He's going to squeal like a fucking pig. And there's an awful lot of powerful people that cannot have that. So,
dude, no, he ain't going to squeal like a pig because we already seen that Epstein. Dude, they all thought he was going to squeal like a pig, and he was about to. And then all of a sudden, he just magically hung himself in a place, in a position that he couldn't hang himself. Don't put him in that jail cell.
So watch out for the Epstein treatment. Diddy did not kill himself. And I guarantee you that the FBI is not going to be releasing all those tapes of all those celebrities and politicians and powerful executives that he has blackmail on. They're keeping that shit locked down because that's how they do. Status quo. So key takeaways. All the music you listen to is fucking fake. They're promoting bad artists that they can blackmail so they can control them, so that they can keep running their fucking scheme, and they can give you awful messaging. Think about the messaging in all of the artists that people like Diddy have promoted. Guns, violence, hoes, drugs. That's not authentic. That's being promoted by a blackmail ring in the music industry. It's like if Jeffrey Epstein was the one choosing what music got produced so that he could perpetuate his schemes. That's what your top hits radio stations have been playing for your entire life. We're not talking about one rapper that did some bad shit. We're talking about a systemic issue that just got broadcast across national television. And now they're going to try to cover it all up with everything they've got. Don't let them.
Bro, I had no idea it was that extensive, man. But that court doc was extensive, and the details was crazy. Man. This is why when people talk about the establishment, this is what they're talking about. This is what they're talking about. Like, people that are doing things that aren't just illegal, but also harm. Like, I don't care if you do illegal things and you harm yourself. Like, I don't give a shit. That's not, I don't have a problem with that. Harm yourself, fine, whatever. But when you're doing things and you're harming other people, like children, women, sex trafficking, all that kind of stuff, yeah, that's a bit, you know, that I don't agree with that. And dude, that is just nuts, man. Yeah, man, that is freaking crazy. What is this?
Who am I about to make a... You know how long I've been waiting for this? Who am I about to make a name for myself here? You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Dude, that's hilarious. Oh, man, that's funny. Diddy is not a distraction from Sunday's assassination attempt on President Trump. Diddy is the reason why they're trying to assassinate Trump. Diddy is the trump card that burns the whole house down. That's... Hold on, he was arrested Sunday? Well, first off, if Trump knows about all that stuff, hold on. I mean, I'm not going to believe this person because obviously they don't. I mean, they're not really citing anything. But Diddy's the reason why they're trying to assassinate Trump. But if Trump knows of all this stuff, then he's just as guilty. Jimmy Kimmel, Bono, Diddy, Bryan Cranston, and others singing "We're Going to Hell." Oh yeah, Dude, this is a fucking crazy situation. Okay, you sure? So this is in response to Kamala sure did attend a lot of Diddy parties. So honestly, I've seen pictures with Diddy and everybody. Clintons, obviously Trump. We're seeing that right here. And Kamala. That's not P. Diddy. It's Montel Williams. Yeah. I wonder if there was a second attempt on. Yeah. That's what I want to say. It was the day after. Okay, it was last night. I don't know. I saw one of those previous posts. Like, made it seem like it was Sunday evening. I'll say I didn't see anything about this yesterday. One day after there was a second attempt on Donald Trump, the FBI has now decided it's time to arrest Diddy. Consider me skeptical. I would. Well, I would kind of agree with you, but it's also Monday. Right? It's also Monday. Dude, this is crazy. Oh. Academics was shocked when U.S. Attorney General Damian Williams said that they have video proof of Diddy's freakouts during the Diddy press conference. Wait, what?
Of the freak-offs. Special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs. Electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
KY stock going up.
Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well that we recovered 3 AR-15s.
Damn, I need to find that. That video or interview, maybe more authentic. But dude, that is crazy. The freak-offs. Man, they found evidence to the freak-offs. Oh my gosh. That's going to be freaking nuts. Not that I want to watch that, and I feel sorry for some of those people that are going to have to process all that information, because I'm sure some of that's going to be just raunchy nasty. Just absolutely disgusting, but dude, it'd be crazy. My bad. Heard someone coming in the house. Didn't know if they were wanting the dog. Dog's back here laying down. Man. Oh, here we go.
As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs. Electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. and they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether. Here are some of the items that we recovered
Over
during the searches.
1,000 bottles of this of lotion.
As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here the serial number has been thoroughly defaced. Another picture of more ammunition and parts of 2 AR-15s right there. Now, I want to be clear about 2 things. First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York. Second, we are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
Damn. I like how everybody's talking about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Dude, that is freaking... That is crazy. That is freaking nuts, man. Holy shit. Freak-offs were arranged by high-ranking supervisors, security, house workers, and a... Whoa, holy shit. See if there's anything new here. Diddy is accused of holding freak-offs with male prostitutes according to court documents. Sean Diddy Combs' freak-outs were arranged by high-ranking supervisors, security, household workers, and assistants. The freak-offs sometimes went for days, where Combs would allegedly force victims to engage in sex while he recorded and masturbated. Jesus. Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube were found during the raids, which were allegedly used during these freak-offs. Combs would force women to partake and would make embarrassing recordings, which he used as blackmail to keep the victims quiet, according to the indictment. Combs' team would schedule 4 delivery at... Combs' team would schedule... Okay, oh, my bad. Combs' team would schedule IV delivery after the days-long freak-offs so the victims could recover from the physical exertion and drug use. Combs would even track women's location and keep track of their medical records. The video below was filmed in Central Park just hours before the rapper was arrested. Crazy. Just hours before he was arrested. I wonder if he knew. I wonder if he kind of knew it was coming and was just like, yeah, dude, screw it. I'm just going to go hang out outside for a bit. Yeah, that is... Dude, this is whole situation. It does sound a whole lot like Epstein. I'd be curious to see just... how high it goes. How many people get caught up in this? Justin Bieber stuttering when Diddy asked why they don't hang out anymore.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah. Everything's good? Selling out.
Wow. Dude, it's crazy as you look back and like how much people Top bunk. How much people react to him. Oh my gosh. This is nuts, man. LeBron comments on P. Diddy getting arrested. It's crazy. I was bumping to Mo Money, Mo Problems earlier today in the car, and I had a weird feeling today was the day the feds will catch Diddy. Dude, what do you know, man? Why? I mean, what do you know? I mean, obviously you probably do know something, thinking they're gonna catch him. Okay, hold on. Diddy arrested? Those Stephen Baldwin videos making more sense yet? He's been hinting it was coming before the first time Diddy was raided. His victim, Justin Bieber's father-in-law, after all. He's victim Justin Bieber's father-in-law after all. Wow. Hold on.
So, hey, Hollywood. Now that you know you've been infiltrated by the homeland folks, and you also know you've been infiltrated by the devil, my question to y'all is, are you ready to be infiltrated by the ghost?
That's crazy. Dude, it's freaking nuts, all the shit that's coming out.
I just want to know, Hillary, when they finally arrest me with all the pedophile shit I do, how does a brother survive jail without being Epsteined?
Well, since you have a lot of shit on us, we're probably going to get you Epsteined as soon as you go to sleep. But hey, at least you won't have to shower, am I right? So anyway, enjoy your last meal, Puff.
Hey, Hillary. Hillary Clinton, did you enjoy Diddy parties, or did you only support your husband, Billy Boy Clinton, when he wanted to Diddy it up? That's funny. Yep, there you go. Sean Diddy Combs arrested, mugshot after the grand jury indictment. What dominoes will we see? Sean Diddy Combs has officially been on charges, according to the indictment. Diddy secretly recorded his clients during controversial freakouts where he orchestrated, directed, and participated in masturbating. Some people are just freaks, man. Dude. That's a pretty high level A-list tier list right there. Damn. Yeah. Establishment. If you want to know, and I don't care how wealthy they are, man. It doesn't put you above anybody's laws. Dude. Crazy. Crazy. I like how like the only op-eds that they have with Trump are like from Trump several years ago. Like there's nothing recent with Trump. Doesn't mean anything, but it's just kind of funny. Like it's all kind of old. No, I think we should arrest them all, man. Arrest them all. I'm making movies like P. Diddy. No, I'm not. Dude, this is hilarious. I don't know who Carrot is, but Carrot posted back in 2012. I'm making movies like P. Diddy, and comes back like 12 years later and says, "No, I'm not." I like how they had the self-awareness of, "Hey, I have that tweet out there," to go back and retweet it and say, "No, I'm not." Oh man, that is absolutely hilarious. That one's a good one. That is good, just because the over a decade throwback to that. Jesus. Oh man, hold on. Where was I'm gonna have to where is I'm trying to find something real quick. Oh, you know what? I think I saw it here. Yeah, here it is. I'm gonna repost that. That is some crazy ass shit. Anyways, all right, moving on. Dude, Diddy. Crazy. Oh my gosh, dude, that is nuts. So, what is going on with the guy that tried to get in position to attempt an assassination on Trump? This Routh guy. Let's see. Governor Ron DeSantis moves up Trump assassination case under state jurisdiction. Oh, there you go. So, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida moves Trump assassination case under state jurisdiction. This means that Ryan Routh can be prosecuted for attempted murder, not just federal charges. The governor explained his rationale, saying, "In my judgment, it's not in the best interest of our state or our nation that the same federal agencies that are seeking to prosecute Donald Trump are leading the investigation, especially when the most serious, straightforward offense constituted violation of state law. but not federal law. That's actually kind of a good point. DeSantis has directed state agencies to move expeditiously and to provide full transparency to the public. He emphasized that the public deserves to know the truth about the assassination attempt, stating, in addition to holding the suspect accountable, the public deserves to know the truth about how the assassination came to be. Yeah, so it's I think a lot of people were asking for this. A lot of people were asking for this, for the state to actually look into this and prosecute this, because the FBI don't really know if they can be trusted. We'll say that. I don't really care about that. The FBI took less than 24 hours, and there you have it, folks. Say the line. Say the line, FBI. He was on our radar. But you let him do it anyways.
I can also share with you that he was the subject of a previously closed 2019 tip to the FBI where it was alleged he was a felon in possession of a firearm. In following up on the tip, the alleged complainant was interviewed and did not verify, I repeat, did not verify providing the initial information. The FBI passed that information to local law enforcement in Honolulu. On behalf, I can also...
So they've known about him for 5 years? They knew about him for 5 years? You can't get investigations done by then? And figure them out? Jesus, dude.
That's good looking stuff right there.
Yeah, here's Trump meeting with the state and I guess local law enforcement officers that made the arrest of Roth guy, whatever. Which is pretty awesome. Honestly, that's a pretty damn nice home. It's pretty nice. Photographed with a chef guy. I don't really care that much. Absolutely no bloody way. The latest Trump would-be assassin Ryan Ruth also appeared in BlackRock commercial, just like Thomas Crooks. Yeah, I've already seen this. Ryan Ruth did not appear in a BlackRock commercial. It's a video from a rally in Kiev in support of Azov Battalion, released in 2022. Whatever. Trump reveals the only reason Ryan Ruth was caught quickly was because a lady took a picture of his license and gave it to law enforcement. How many people would have the brain power to follow him and take pictures of the back of his truck so law enforcement, got the license? I wonder what was going on with that woman. I've identified 2 Ruth family members as possible arrests for either assault on or attempted assault on government officials. Do we want to know these and more information? Yeah. I like how every time now, if someone's involved in something, first thing people do is just go straight to social media and just video record everything before it gets taken down off of social media. Oh, man. This is how it went down. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I about 2 miles to get all the resources in play so we could surround that vehicle and force it to a stop.
How was he driving when your deputy saw him?
How was he driving when we saw him? He was smart. He was just driving with the flow of traffic. Yeah, I think that he may have thought he got away with it. Of course, he couldn't have known that there was a witness who really did the right thing, took a picture of him, took a picture of the tag. That he may have thought he got away with it. Of course, he couldn't have known that there was a witness who really did the right thing, took a picture of him, took a picture of the tag. And he was just going to drive himself back to wherever he came from.
Did he have any, to your knowledge, any ties to Martin County or the Treasure Coast?
Yeah, to my knowledge, does he have any ties to Martin County? I think the answer, to my knowledge, the answer is no, I have no knowledge. I think what we're finding out is he's not from this area, which of course raises the bigger question is, how does a guy from not here get all the way to Trump International, realize that the president, former president of the United States, is golfing and is able to get a rifle in that vicinity? I think that's the question the FBI, the Secret Service are laser focused on today. Is this guy part of a conspiracy? Is he a lone gunman? If he's a lone gunman, President Trump is that much safer because we have him. But if he's part of a conspiracy, then this whole thing really takes on a very ominous tone.
And Sheriff, you mentioned the witness.
Crazy. Even law enforcement is starting to be like, yeah, there's some really weird things kind of going on here. That is freaking nuts. That is freaking nuts. I'm gonna repost that because I might come back to that another time. Dude, what is going on today? It is freaking nuts, man. All the crap that's going on. Dude, he was interviewed by a lot of different journalists. He was interviewed out in Hawaii, I saw. Dallas Morning News is painting Ryan Ruth as a hero and a patriot who stood for democracy and women's rights. Sense of duty apparently drove suspect. What the fuck? If you stand up for Ukraine, go over there. Why you gotta do it here? You don't need to do it here. Just go over there. Dude, it is so crazy. Man, that's freaking nuts. Sukim. Dr. Sukim and Ruth followed each other. Okay, who's Sukim? And we are very, very early in our data analysis. An accurate review is still developing, but there are a ton of messages between Ryan Ruth and this person. Dr. Sue Kim is a policy practitioner and thought leader in national security, defense, homeland security, and the intelligence community. During her 7 years as an East Asian analyst in the Central Intelligence Agency, she served senior officials in the National Security Council, Office of the Secretary of Defense, Department of State, and other agencies. As a management consultant to the Department of Homeland Security, so advised senior level leaders on strategy and implementation. She has taught classes on East Asian history at American universities and frequently lectures on foreign policy to U.S. and international audiences. For the RAND Corporation, she assessed the federal government and private foundations. So is frequently cited as an expert in leading international media outlets, including the Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, Washington Post, New York Times, BBC, NBC, PBS, Times, Newsweek, and Agence France Presse. She received a doctorate in international affairs at the Johns Hopkins University School of Advanced International Studies, a master's and master of international public policy from the same institution, and a bachelor's in French from Yale University. Interesting. Huh. That's all I'm going to say. Interesting. DC and Kiev to provide soldiers for the war effort. Dude. What are you doing? Whoa. While you were my choice in 2016, and I and the world hoped that President Trump would be different and better than the candidate, but we all greatly disappointed, and it seems you are getting worse and devolving. You are retarded. I will be glad when you're gone. Yeah, that's crazy. The serial number on the rifle was obliterated. Wow.
According to the allegations in the complaint, a U.S. Secret Service agent walking the golf course perimeter saw what appeared to be a rifle poking out of the tree line. After the agent fired a service weapon in the direction of the rifle, a witness saw a man later identified as Ralph fleeing the area in the tree line. Ralph was later apprehended by officers from the Martin County Sheriff's Office in coordination with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. The complaint alleges that in the area of the tree line from which Ralph fled, agents found a digital camera, a backpack, a loaded SKS-style rifle with a scope, and a black plastic bag containing food. The serial number on the rifle was obliterated. According to the complaint, Ralph was convicted of felonies in North Carolina in December 2002 and March 2010, and therefore was prohibited from possessing a firearm.
Oh, man, but we need more regulations. Man, people ain't going to follow the rules, especially when they're criminals. That's funny. Facebook deleted the Ryan Roos Facebook page. If you let me finish. DeSantis spats with reporter over Florida. Okay, hold on. DeSantis spats with reporter over Florida seeking to file attempted murder charges against Trump assassination suspect versus federal government. We have the ability to pursue potentially life in prison under state law. They cannot pursue charges to the extent we can. Oh, wow. State of Florida for us, all we're interested in is the truth.
Well, for a couple reasons. One, the federal government does not have jurisdiction to bring an attempted murder charge. If you look at the federal statute, it applies to current federal officials, well, okay, so I'm explaining to you why that's happening, if you let me finish. So they don't have jurisdiction over a case that's not a federal official or is a apparent winner of a presidential election or the formally declared president-elect. So right then and there, we have the ability to pursue potentially life in prison under state law. That's a huge reason why we should move forward at the state level than that. And it is the case that you have a situation where these charges that were brought in this jurisdiction, Southern District of Florida, by the federal government, they were dismissed by a federal judge, and now they're on appeal trying to get those reinstated. And they have a right to do that, but I would note to you, it was Merrick Garland who assigned a special counsel because he said there was a political issue and they wanted to appear to be above it. He was the one that did that. There really was no true conflict. If these were normal crimes, you could have done it. But they did a special counsel. And so if you did a special counsel for that, wouldn't those same concerns animate whether you're the appropriate jurisdiction? So they cannot pursue charges to the extent we can. And yes, I do think that there's a lot of concern about how these agencies have operated. And state of Florida, I mean, you know, for us, all we're interested in is the truth. We're not involved in any of those other things that the Justice Department or FBI have been involved in. So it's better for the public and it's better for justice.
Crazy. First vid, Google scrubs info about the guy who owned the white van after the first Donald Trump assassination attempt. Two, second vid, Meta scrubs the Facebook page of the second Trump assassination Ryan Ruth. Third, Meta scrubs the Instagram page Trump assassination Ryan Ruth. Crazy, man. Looking crazy. Ugh. Ow. Yeah, so it was like one day after Trump
and boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in boosting Trump back and boosting.
So Hillary says this like after Trump's second assassination attempt.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence because and boosting Trump back in 2016.
Just want to control you. Control what you say, control what you hear. It's all about control. And then, who's this?
And having Trump not only have had the codes, but now having the classified information for Americans and being able to put that out and share it in his resort with anyone and everyone who comes through should be terrifying to all Americans. And he needs to be stopped. Having
Oh, she said what?
He needs to be stopped.
What? Yeah, stopped. Oh man, the Freudian slip gets another one. Man, what are they really saying behind the scenes? Hillary Clinton's probably one of the most corrupt pieces of shit. All right. So don't ignore this warning, blah, 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 blah. Dude, y'all see this? Hold on, let me bring this up. This is crazy. Awesome. So, Entertainment Weekly. I'm going to check this article out. How large is this? There. So, Jackass's Steve-O canceled breast implants surgery after talking with trans cashier. A sign from the universe. So we know, like, he's pretty crazy on doing stuff for stunts and whatever. I thought, wow, maybe I missed the mark on that one, said the comedian who had planned to remove the procedure, to have the procedure as part of a bit until the chance encounter changed his mind. Steve-O was ready to get breast implants as a bit until fate intervened. The Jackass star recently revealed why he decided to cancel the procedure, which he teased about having on a podcast in July. On the day the scheduled surgery was supposed to happen, I was checking out at the supermarket and the person ringing up my groceries was evidently transgender, and it struck me as a sign from the universe, Steve-O said in a new interview with Sequence of Sound. So I asked the transgender person if I could run something by them, and I had a conversation with that person that had a profound impact on me. Ooh, this is interesting. Before this chance encounter, Steve-O hadn't planned on consulting with any transgender advisors regarding the procedure. I didn't really have any dedicated meetings or conversations with trans people because I didn't really feel that I had to, he said. The comedian thought this good intentions... Okay, hold on. The comedian thought his good intentions were enough to justify the procedure. I knew what my motivation was. I knew what my intention was. And it wasn't to be hurtful to anybody. I was just trying to get laughs, he said. I had done a bunch of workshop shows to test out material, and I had a number of trans people come to me after the show to voice support for the stunt. And I think some people would have been okay with it, and some people wouldn't have. It would have been a mixed bag. However, Steve-O felt lucky that he had the opportunity to speak with the cashier. I just felt like the universe put this encounter before me and ultimately decided that the universe had intervened. Steve-O's big-breasted bit would have been characterized provocative. I would ride a pink Vespa. Steve-O's big-breasted bit would have been characterized provocative. I would ride a pink Vespa around the Sturgis motorcycle rally completely in disguise where nobody could tell who I was, he said, noting that he would be hairless, tattooless, with a pink bikini top and Daisy Duke shorts and a motorcycle helmet covering my entire face and head. So his identity was completely obscured, and the plan I had was to film with hidden cameras as I rode up. Excuse me. Oh, man, hold on. And the plan I had was to film with hidden cameras as I rode up to big gangs of motorcycle riders who would presumably be checking me out, and I would walk up to pull off my helmet and say, "Yeah, dude," get this crazy reaction, which predictably would be contentious. Wow. He changed his mind after hearing the cashier's point of view. They described how they weren't allowed to use the bathroom at their place of work, that they were like maybe 28 states in the country that would arrest them for having an idea that said female on it, he recalled. That there were politicians making concerted efforts to lock them up in internment camps. It was really pretty heartbreaking, the level of oppression that was described. That new perspective was enough for Steve-O to nix his plan. Framed like that, I thought about it in a way that I hadn't thought about before, where, wow, maybe it's not all fun and games, he said, especially the pranks. Like, I would have considered it to be better footage if I was to be beaten up at a motorcycle rally. And just having that mentally and just having that mentality was very flawed, because ultimately it would be an exercise in celebrating violence against trans people. At least it would be interpreted that way by some, and when it put to me that way, I thought, wow, maybe I missed the mark on that one. Steve-O added that he regrets the cancellation, not because he thinks he should have gone through with the stunt, but because he wished he'd never publicized his plans in the first place. It was difficult for me, he said. Looking back on it, I'm extremely grateful that it didn't happen. I'm really glad that I didn't go through with it, but that didn't make it any easier, because I was so vocal about my plans to do that, and I've never been the kind of artist to say I was going to do something and then not do it. That was what I had trouble with and was not honoring my word. However, Steve-O won't pretend he never dreamed of getting implants. Instead, he'll address the entire saga in his upcoming Super Dummy Tour. I don't really avoid the topic. I explained that I felt the universe intervened on my behalf, and he said his show will also include footage from his pole dancing training that would have helped with a different titillating stunt. I took my pole dancing training like remarkably serious, he said. I was doing some serious inverted pole dancing acrobatics. Overall, Steve-O feels positive about the entire endeavor. The show still has a bunch of really good comedy from that first whole episode, and the extent to which I was prepared to go through with that is hilarious in its own right, he said. I think it's a very valuable trait to be able to admit when you've got some things wrong. That's crazy. So could you imagine this guy with boobies? That is freaking nuts, man. And what I don't know if it's crazy that you think to do that, or you think that you're trying to go out there to kind of incite violence upon yourself, almost kind of in a way, and that's kind of what he even said. Like, yeah, I know I'll probably kind of get beat up for it, and that's that's the whole jackass thing, but obviously not portraying trans people being beaten up. It's it's probably not a good look, but you're also trying to go out there and do that, and so you're putting yourself in that position, which, I mean, good for him kind of taking it back, because yeah, that would have been a bad look for everybody involved. That would have been a bad look for everybody involved. Anyways. What else is going on?
Is that have you?
Hey there, Jeremy.
Yeah.
How are you?
Who are you?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Can you give your full name, please?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Is that sufficient to identify as the only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI?
In New Hampshire, yes.
Could you please state your full name, sir?
Yeah, I don't care that much.
No. It's First Amendment right. Okay. What's your name, sir?
I just can't hear it.
Absolutely not. You can
mute myself.
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Can you give your full name, please?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Is that sufficient to identify as the only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI?
In New Hampshire, yes.
Could you please state your full name, sir?
Could you please stop recording?
No. It's First Amendment right.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Could you stop recording?
Absolutely not. You can show me your name and identification, or I'm going to go back inside my house.
Okay.
I don't really want to broadcast my...
Oh, this is going out right after you guys walk away.
So that's why I'm not gonna...
So you can show me your name ID, you can walk away.
We just want to broadcast something.
I'm not going to talk to people who claim to be federal agents unless they can show me identification.
Okay, well, you see our badges.
I need to see... Is your full name on that badge?
No.
I'd like to see something with your full name or I'm not going to talk to you.
I prefer you not to broadcast.
This will be going online as soon as you walk away.
Well, all I want to do is talk to you about a post that was made, and if you
Well,
happen to be the one that made it.
I want to talk to you about you guys coming here. Say you make a salary of, I don't know what, low 100K? You guys making six figures? Factor in 50% expenses, overhead, maybe 100% expenses. Talking about burning a couple $100 an hour just here, let alone all the time you guys are spending to investigate something that you know is not against the law, right? Like you're familiar with. So then why would you come?
Because we wanted to make sure that there weren't any.
No, you're coming because you're part of a regime that does this kind of thing when you know laws aren't being broken, and that's an embarrassment, man. Didn't you guys read the Constitution? Do you not believe in America? Like, how do you do your jobs and go home?
We appreciate it.
You're walking away. Because nothing we did is against the law, and you guys are fuckheads that try to act like bullies. And I hope you go home and are embarrassed. You can't even say your name on camera, because you know that what you're doing is embarrassing. You know Americans that believe in the Constitution think you're laughable. And you go home and you think about what you did today. Go home and think about it, you cowards. Drive away. Drive away.
Thank you for your time.
You're not welcome. You should be embarrassed. Embarrassing. You guys are embarrassing.
It's crazy how it's gone from fuck the police to fuck the FBI, fuck the federal government. It's just crazy, man.
Hey, how can I help you?
Dude, Eazy-E and Ice Cube, all those guys. Snoop Dogg, shoot, Dr. Dre, they all started it, right? F the police, and then now we're just saying F the federal government. Did you really say this?
He has to be eliminated. Unquestionable at this point that man cannot see public office again. He is not only unfit, he is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
It's crazy how they keep saying this language about eliminating Donald Trump after they've attempted to assassinate him twice. Amazing. So Kodak Black told the crowd he's a Trump supporter, and the stadium erupted with cheers and praise. Kodak, who is Haitian, also expressed his concerns and doubts of Haitian eating cats in Springfield, Ohio.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, homie. I'm a motherfucking, I'm a Trump supporter, bro. Ain't no secret. That's besides that point and shit, though, man. That's besides that.
That's crazy. Anyone? Howard Stern says he hates anyone who votes for Donald Trump in November and demands that they stop listening to his radio show. Oh, I don't think I've ever listened to you, Howard Stern. So, the visual screen for not telling the truth. There's a real problem. Ooh, marathon. $40 price tag is being considered. Game will be class-based and not a hero shooter. 2 maps currently playable. Core gameplay structure similar to Escape from Tarkov, but with a Bungie twist. Okay. Feedback from playtesters has been somewhat positive, with some noting it feels worth the $40 price tag. Moral within Bungie remains low amid recent leadership changes. Crazy, man. I hate political season, but dude, this one's been about as bad as any, man. About as bad as any. Ooh, Starfield update. No, we're probably still waiting for the expansion to drop. I'm not getting back into Starfield until we get the expansion drop. So I'm not going back in now. And then when the expansion drops, and be like, yeah, I hate it both times. I'm gonna wait. Hey, Billy, they got Sean Diddy Combs under arrest. You don't have to like toe the line anymore. All right, what else we got? Woman divorces man but requests child support for her child that isn't his. Oh yeah, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm paying you a damn thing. Brittany Rayner says her new lifestyle has her broke. I have no idea what I'm gonna, how I'm going to. I have no idea where I'm gonna live or how I'm going to provide for my son. Cool. One man whose picture was Zelensky, the shooter, Biden, and Harris. Oh. The chef guy. Yeah. Lexi says doctors are saying she can't record. Lexi went to hospital for headaches due to having a blood disorder, PNH. They refused to treat her unless she was up to date on vaccine. She hadn't had any since she was a child. They gave her 3 in one go. This is what fuck happened. Dude, not looking good, man. She looking worse than the last time I saw her. Hundreds of Hezbollah members in Lebanon wounded. Hundreds of Hezbollah members in Lebanon wounded after their pagers exploded, according to Reuters. Fighters and medics were seriously injured. One Hezbollah official who spoke with Reuters said this was the biggest security breach in the past year. According to local residents, the explosions went on for 30 minutes after the initial blast. Wow. That's crazy. Not sure what we're trying to accomplish, but going to an elementary school isn't a good look. Editor tries to do an audit at an elementary school and gets removed. Hold on. I got something. We can do this. Yep, we're not showing that. I don't know what it was going to be, but yeah, we're definitely not looking through that video. All right. National Marine Fisheries opens 15-year-old investigation on RFK Jr. after endorsing Trump. Wow. 15-year-old investigation. Yeah, they trying their damn best. Ms. Jackson and Mama Dora shutting City Hall down. Chicago was $1 billion in debt because of illegal immigration. They tried to restriction citizens from public speaking. Wow. Y'all want to hear what they say?
$1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. On bunch of illegal immigrants.
They don't get to keep us out.
We're sick of a bunch of illegal immigrants. Stealing our money. Y'all stealing our money. You stealing. You stealing. You damn thieves. You thieves.
Damn. Keep going at them. Keep doing the research. Where does the last thread get pulled? Democrats hate America. What a bitch. Wow. In every single restaurant, the people willing to talk to us. In every single restaurant, the people willing to talk to us, we could not find one Harris supporter in every restaurant, and we left no stone unturned.
We could only find. We had so much fun. But what was really incredible is in every single restaurant of the people willing to talk to us, we could only find one Harris supporter in every restaurant. And we left no stone unturned. I approached every single person. We had so much fun.
Wow. I wonder what the polls say. You thought it couldn't get any stranger. A man is walking around Nashville going in honky tonks with no skull. They wouldn't let him smoke in the hospital, so he checked himself out. Things are nah, man. Whoa. No freaking way. Nope. Dearborn, Michigan. Yeah, I've heard Dearborn is like a cesspool. Yep. Speed limit 50, 35. Saw it. Chicago leaders announce we're going to have a migrant shelter at this particular location. The crowd erupts. You work for us. You work for us. Chanting repeatedly. City leaders sit there and smile and smirk at the crowd. It's obvious none of these people work for us. Yeah, they don't work for you. Democrats work for the party. That is very apparent. That is the most apparent thing I've ever seen. Democrats are more about collectivism than Republicans. Like, Republicans are, dude, you're just, we just want to be left alone, man. Just leave us alone. Democrats are they're the collective, right? They believe in communism and collective and oppression and all that shit. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm done. I'm out of here. You have a good day.